I'm Carrie Ann Knauer, and welcome to Carrie's Kitchen. Today we're going to make one of my favorite holiday dishes. I just love this at Christmas, and it's one of my favorite leftovers that I look forward to every year. It is a cranberry orange sauce, and it just has this great little tartness that comes from the tangerine peel that we put into it, as well as some sweetness from the mandarin oranges and the cranberries that are in there. Are you ready to cook? The first step is that we're going to prepare the gelatin, because gelatin is going to be our thickener. That way you don't have to use as much sugar. If you use cornstarch, it would get too cloudy. But gelatin's really the best product for this. I'm using 3 packets here, and I'm dissolving it in cold water. I like to just stir it up with a fork, break up any clumps, and then I'm just going to set it aside. What I'm doing here is straining out the mandarin oranges from the juices that they're in. I want to reserve that juice, but I want to be able to measure it as well. I'm just putting the oranges aside in a bowl for now. Then I'm going to measure the juice. Because for this recipe you want to have 3½ cups of liquid. Now the more juice you have, the sweeter it's going to be. But you can also use water, which will make it less sweet. I find that the best combination is about 3 cups of juice to ½ cup of water, which might mean you need to use a little bit of regular orange juice, not just the juice that comes with the mandarin oranges. Now I'm measuring 2 cups of sugar. That's definitely going to make this recipe a little bit sweet. And then we're going to add some tangerine peel. I'm just using a regular vegetable peeler here. Just try to get the orange part. You don't want too much of the white pith. While it would be nice to be able to peel this off in long strips, you kind of want smaller pieces because this is something you can actually eat once it is in the cranberry sauce. Okay, so now we're going to bring the juice and the sugar and the tangerine peel to a boil. Once it has reached a boil, we're going to add 2 bags of cranberries, which I've already pre-washed and drained. You want to bring it to a full boil again, and then you can turn it down to a simmer. I like to keep stirring it because you want to get the cranberries to pop. They have little bits of air in them, and once they pop, that's when you know that it's done. You should probably simmer it for about 7 to 10 minutes, but again, look at the cranberries themselves and you'll know whether they're ready or not, or whether they've popped or if they're still floating on top. Okay, I'm going to remove that from heat and let it cool for a while, probably at least a ½ an hour. Now I'm pouring it into my container, and we're going to add the gelatin to it. As you can tell, I'm doing this while it is still warm because you want the gelled up gelatin to dissolve. Once the gelatin is dissolved evenly, we can add our mandarin oranges. We do this so that the oranges don't cook and lose all the juice within them. You kind of want to keep them as their firmer shape. Now because there is gelatin in here, you do want to stir it up pretty good so that you don't just have a clump of oranges in one part. Now I'm going to cover it with some plastic wrap and put it in the fridge to chill. Now because this was going from boiling, you don't want it to be too hot when you put it in the fridge, but do realize it's going to take some time in the fridge. At least 4 hours. I think it's best to do it overnight. And there we have it. A cranberry orange sauce, homemade, that you can give to your family and just be really proud of. Hope you enjoy it.